You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. It is Belynda from Soap Dirt. And yes, it looks like Sheila and Deacon are gonna get engaged soon. And I want to talk to you guys about a few ways that I think him putting a ring on her is gonna twist Bold and the Beautiful completely around. And I am there for it. So official B&B spoilers for Thursday, this Thursday, which is the 28th, have Deacon making a life-changing decision. And then next week on Bold, it's confirmed that someone proposes marriage in the heat of the moment. Let's dig into this messy, soapy romance that's so ill-fated it should be illegal. If you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Bold updates. Now let's talk about it. So this is the season 37 spoiler that says a shocking secret engagement will lead to either scandal or happily ever after for one couple. So given everything happening with Deacon and Sheila this week, yeah, they broke up. So people are like, oh, they're not getting engaged. And then guess what? She found out that he was the one who got the judge to let her go. And then people were like, oh, she's going to use this to blackmail him. No, she's not. She doesn't have to. After the scenes on Wednesday, I am more certain than ever that they are the couple that this spoiler is about. I've addressed this before, that no other couple on the show would keep their engagement secret, with the exception of Thomas and Hope, but they are not getting engaged. Come on. Hope would not say yes if he proposed, and he knows better than to propose at this point anyway. You can list off any other couple, and I will tell you they have no reason to keep it secret. So I'm just going to not even go there. So given that it seems almost certain at this point, it's Deacon proposing to Sheila or vice versa, girl power and all that, you know, I want to talk about some of the fallout they will face and how this will change the canvas of B&B in a huge way. Of course, this engagement is supposed to be secret, but of course that won't last. And once it comes out, here's what I'm looking forward to, and I want to hear your comments. Number one, Finn and Hope will be step siblings. If Hope's dad, Deacon, marries Finn's mom, Sheila, that means they're going to be stepsister and stepbrother. That's nice. You know, they're both kind of mild people. They have no beef with each other, besides Finn not being happy that Liam walked out on her and beelined over to steal Steffi from him. But second, do you know what Finn and Hope being step siblings means? You know, according to the icky playbook in the Bold and Beautiful writer's room, they're going to have sex at some point now and possibly get pregnant together. Shall we discuss all the near incest incidences on Bold? Hope and Thomas used to be step siblings. They're not right now, but they used to be. Steffi has banged both Bill Spencer and both his sons. Brooke has banged and married a father, his son, and that son's brother, and two of her daughter's men too. So yeah, this chic marriage means Finn and Hope have a date with destiny. And I just think that's funny. All right, number two. The second thing I want to talk about, this Sheila Deacon engagement could be a huge break for Thomas. So you may ask, how does Sheila and Deacon getting engaged and or married affect Thomas Forrester? Well, consider how much Brooke Logan hates him. Thomas would probably like it if she was distracted pouring out her hate onto someone else. And man, Brooke will lose it when she finds out that the kid she made while banging her daughter Bridget's husband will now be the stepdaughter of B&B's resident nine-toed serial killer. Oh my gosh. Brooke will go ham on Deacon, and that means she might leave Thomas and Hope alone for a second and not beat down the door when they're getting the design room couch all slimy with some afternoon delight. All right, the next point. Ridge is going to have a total temper tantrum and meltdown. And that's funny to me. Remember, Ridge went to confront Deacon already twice and dragged his sidekick Carter along to gripe to Deacon about Sheila being on the loose. Of course, the judge is a pal of Deacon and he dropped the charges, but none of that would have been possible if not for Ridge and Bill being so stupid. What they set up allowed it to happen. If she had been prosecuted for shooting Steffi and Fenn, Sheila would be rotting in prison right now instead of playing dirty games with Daddy Deacon. But Ridge is going to go over there, butt in, tear Deacon a new one again, and make all sorts of threats that he cannot possibly follow through with, really. And of course, if Ridge is the first to find out Deacon's engaged to psycho Sheila, he'll go screaming back to his dusty destiny partner Brooke and squeal like a pig. And for me, I love me some Deacon. Sheila's a terror, admittedly, but every soap needs a villain. Who else on Bold is villainous right now? Thomas is reformed and he's Hope's lapdog. She's betting at every opportunity. Bill Spencer, the stallion, has been corralled and is rarely seen, so he's not up to anything rotten. Justin Barber's apparently locked in the cell in the basement of Spencer Publications because he's not been seen in a year. I don't even know. It feels like a year. Quinn left for lunch and never came back, and she's this wonderful vixen. She's gone. So yes, B&B needs Sheila. Every soap needs a villain, and I hope Deacon tells Ridge to suck it. I am not saying she's nice or that I love the character, quite the opposite, but she is good soap TV, bottom line. My next point, it would be funny as heck if Sheila bought a Forrester Creations gown for her wedding. Talk about a showstopper. Imagine if Sheila purchased something from FC to wear as she walked down the aisle. Maybe she can talk her ex-husband Eric into designing one for her, or maybe something from Hope for the Future. Deacon would love to have one of his daughter's gowns on his bride-to-be, but there's definitely no hope for their future once news spreads of their engagement and impending nuptials. But I think it would be hilarious if Deacon and Sheila eloped to Vegas and Ridge saw the photos and recognized something he designed on the bride from hell. All right, my last point, which I think would be just great about this, is I think most of the cast of characters would try and crash the wedding and stop it. Given the hatred that everyone but Fenn and Deacon harbor for Sheila, I can only imagine that if the other characters knew when they were getting married, they'd come in like angry villagers with pitchforks and torches. Can you imagine most of the characters showing up to a Vegas wedding chapel furious that Deacon plans to marry Sheila, because Deacon marrying her means Sheila is not going anywhere. She's not leaving LA, and everyone would show up to protest. And I'm going to tell you who in particular would be there. But if you haven't already, please reach down and click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Bold updates, spoilers, discussions like this that are fun. Click a like if you're enjoying this, and definitely drop your comments on what you think about this whole thing. So if they were getting married at a Vegas chapel with Elvis there, or at the courthouse with a judge, Deacon's judge friend marrying them, in particular, Lee Finnegan, Taylor Hayes, Ridge Forrester, Bill Spencer, Brooke Logan, and Liam Spencer would come marching in furious if they knew when and where Sheila and Deacon were getting hitched. I can just picture the officiant asking if they're going to sit on the bride or the groom's side. And again, there is nothing official yet. We won't know until next week unless Deacon starts to propose on Friday, and based on the spoilers, maybe. All signs point to this being Sheekan, who is the duo in question. And in fact, the main reason I love that they seem to be the couple getting engaged soon is that it'll trigger everyone, but most of all, Ridge and Bill. And I hope Ridge and Bill get it from all sides with a volley of truth bombs from everybody else that if not for their dumbassery, Sheila would be in orange and eating cup of soup from a prison commissary right now. So what do you think? Are you upset, or are you excited that Sheila and Deacon seem to be the two getting engaged? Drop your comments below. I read them all. I love your comments. I love engaging with you guys and discussing what's happening on our soap. Come back soon for more spoilers right here. This has been Belynda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.